So day 2537 of What You Have to Know. She being Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, my name. Couldn't think of a better name for documenting my journey. When I started in 2018, I think I started documenting my journey via video. I was losing my vision, which, doesn't affect anybody but me for the most part, and those that have helped me in different things and different areas and aspects of my life. But I knew I needed to find a different way besides just documenting by writing things down and in journals, right? I can write things down because it helps me remember them, but it's a pain in the rear to go back and try to read and find that information. So I started doing a video log of what am I doing, what's working, what's not working, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as I transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses in different industries to the online world, and seeing what would translate and what wouldn't translate in terms of the skills and abilities I had developed offline, what applied online, what didn't. And some things do. I mean, some things are universal, right? Adding value to people's lives is an exchange of value is how we do business. So whether it's offline or online, adding value has to be a component of what it is that we do. Well, today we're talking about core values in the Be a Better You annual challenge. And I'm like, well, it's the beginning of a new year. I think it's a time to revisit core values for supersizing and growing our businesses as well. So we did the core value exercise, identify your core values. What's most important to you? You just have to ask the question, what's most important to me? What's most important to our business? What's most important to my career? What's most important to my relationship? And that will help you identify what things you value most. And once you know the things that you value most and what your core values are, it's really easy to make decisions and stay in alignment with that. Until you've done that, it's a challenge, because depending on what's going on in our life and depending on what emotions are being triggered by different events and activities, we will be flim-flammed and floated around in the wind, just like the wind, just like a balloon in the wind, if we don't decide what direction we're going. And so I like doing the core values exercise the first couple of weeks of the year to make sure that I'm revisiting that and saying, all right, what is really important to me? What's changed in the last year? And are the things that were important last year still important this year? Or is there a little bit of a priority shift in those things? Because once I identify my core values, I like to prioritize them a little bit, not exactly, because depending on the situation that we're involved in will determine what core values are most important in that, right? If I'm thinking about taking a course or leading a course or writing a book or something, what core values come into play there versus if I'm thinking about moving into a new market or starting a new relationship. It depends what the action is that we're considering and the decision it is that we're trying to make, what core values are going to be most important in helping us make that decision. But our core values are pretty consistent over time. Like if I look back over the last several decades of doing core value exercise and identifying what my core values are, pretty much always the same. Continuous improvement and growth, personal growth and development is always going to show up as one of my key ones. Love is always going to show up as one of my key ones. Adding value, being an example, doing what's right, treating other people the way I want to be treated, being who I am and loving who that is with all my imperfections, right? Because none of us are perfect. If we're human, we're automatically not perfect. And I'm glad I gave up the whole gotta be perfect thing a long, long time ago, or I'd be super frustrated at this point in my life, because there's no such thing as perfect. Perfect is in the opinion of the observer and of us, right? We decide what's right for us. Nobody else can decide what's right for us. They can try, but we don't have to allow that. All right. That is all I've got today. Working on a big project that is important to my family and I, and important to supporting those we love and care about. If I can help you in any way, just hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.